This is Who's Who Speaks with Mike Ryan and Danné Montague-King.
Instead of having, say, surgical enhancements or...
Oh, we believe in that too.
Yeah, but can you just... What if you just keep fit, running each day and think good? Sometimes being older, gracefully, but keeping fit and healthy. Look at Harrison Ford.
Yeah, look at him. He looks like... Ugh.
Okay.
No. Oh, yeah, look at Clint Eastwood.
But go ahead. Make my day.
Keeping fit, yes, certainly. The body has to be maintained to look good, feel good, etc. And I mean feel good to other people, not just inside. And, you don't want Austrian draperies hanging. I mean, look at that rock star that used to be with you-know-who, never mind, I can't mention it.
No.
But his last name is Richard. Looks like bloody Austrian draperies with his clothes off. Sun worship too long. But keeping fit is part of it. But if you've got a good body in the face that's hanging like turkey wattles and gives this geriatric appearance, it puts people off. Except a very old lady, and you wouldn't want her.
Now you're starting to scare the hell out of me, by the way.
Well,
As I'm talking to you, I'm just like pulling my neck up. And
No, you're doing very well.
Thank you. I'm in the shade too. That's why
good
the
on
light's
you.
good to me.
Good on you, because you come from a country where sunblock is practically mandatory.
What do you see some of the challenges for, I suppose, educating people and prolificating skin rejuvenation?
You know what? It's a funny thing you bring that up, Mike, because it's not the educating of people, it's the educating of professionals. People are perfectly willing to be educated. They want to. Their baby boomers are desperate. They've tried lots of these new things, and photofacials and zapping and soft lasers and all these other things. I mean, Botox, fillers, and surgery, yes, they all work beautifully in combination with what we do. We have some of the finest surgeons in the world, but it's the therapists and the doctors that are so pig-headed in the education of what they should do. Well, I've got a MD, so I don't have to study anything. Well, give me a break. Yes, you do. Time does march on, and so does techniques. But when I talk to an average group of people, group of women, like I just did a lecture up in Las Vegas not too long ago, and they were just all ears. They wanted to know everything, every detail, even though they've been using things for a long time, had money, spending. So it's the professionals that we have a hard time with, not the people. People want to be educated.
And I suppose with men, as they get older, they do become all ears because their ears get bigger. So it's a little joke there.
I've often wondered about, there's no real answer to why that happens.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? It's like,
I noticed the other day.
It's terrible. Soon we'll be able to fly around with our ears.
There is ear reduction.
And Botox. Botox always concerns me. The idea of stacking in a bunch of bad
toxins.
Well,
first of all of that is reduced from it when it's rendered out for use. Yes. Secondly, it is probably one of the finest innovations that come down the pike in cosmetic application for aesthetics medicine. It doesn't paralyze anything at all. What happens is you have what we call your ganglia, your nerve endings. Think of them as wires from the brain or cables going to a muscle and sending a signal to move. Now, they don't actually touch the muscle. There's a little synapse in there with a calcium ion that relays the electrical charge to the muscle to move. And what Botox does, if precisely injected, will disrupt the signal. So that muscle kind of goes to sleep for 3 or 4 months. Now, if the surgeon or the person who's doing it is clever, they can actually achieve lifts, because by the law of compensation, the peripheral muscles that are not injected will say, oh, we've got to work harder here to make up the slack for this guy laying there. Yeah. So if you do so many units here, so many here, you can get these muscles to lift the upper eyelid completely without surgery. And it'll stay in there. There's nothing permanent about it. So, people are afraid to be permanently paralyzed. It's not true. However, there is an autoimmune response to it, regardless of what allergen people that make it say. It is an autoimmune response because it is a little bit of toxin. So the skin will try to defend itself eventually, which means to the client, the effects won't be as dramatic the 5th or 6th time they have the treatment.
But they won't just fall off the perch.
Fall off the perch, and this is where we come in. Very nicely, we have things that actually will maintain their effects during that time period. They're waiting longer before they have their next Botox, and then it acts as good again.
And where do you see yourself in, say, the next 5 years' time? When you travel, and you'll still be looking as spiffing as ever.
Having
the Clark Gable lookalike. Almost.
Frankly,
You need you need a little pencil moustache.
It's too big of a stash, I guess. We've decided to go into the makeup business, something I said never will do. But it all came out of the movie people. All my friends are involved in films and movies industry in this town and all their needs, and one major company that supplied the movies going down. And one of their top people approached me and asked me to give them a job, open up a new department.
If somebody wants to find out more quickly before our tape runs out?
Oh, you can do it on DannéMKing.com. That's DANNEM King.com. It'll take you all over the world to us or to me personally.
Danné, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You've been watching Who's Who Speaks from West Hollywood and the Ramada Plaza Suites Hotel. In Los Angeles, I'm Kurt Client for Who's Who Speaks.